Alright, welcome back to Monster Hunter 1 Town Quests. I think I am alone today. Well, I'm not. There's like 10 people in the entire thing, so I am not alone today, but I will probably be alone in my own little section of the world. I guess I can try Diablos. I think Diablos is okay with this particular weapon. I'm gonna switch to Lance though, because I think it'll be even better with that. It's still going to be a pain though. I think I saved those for later, honestly. That would help here, but should be able to sell the rest of that too. Definitely want to try to do Plesioth with Lance at some point, if I remember. I probably would have tried it last time if I'd thought about it, but didn't really get that chance. Wonder if Monoblos and Diablos can appear elsewhere. Monoblos, no. But Diablos, probably not either. He's normally a desert-only creature. And then whatever odd arena that you may have. We'll see how this goes. I need a lot of practice with this particular fight because 4 horns. I don't know if I've said anything about 4 horns. That's gonna be the biggest HP gate that isn't like Lao or Fatalis, which are special. You have to fight 2 high rank. I think it's an urgent quest too. You have to fight 2 high rank Diablos, and monsters have their full HP in this game. So no cutting around the corners with that. That's gonna be, I think, the biggest hurdle and challenge and wall, and it's going to take multiple hours of attempts, if I have to assume. I'm gonna have to be armed to the teeth with it. Just a little concerned about that. That's been kind of one of the big things. I'm not, you know, unexpecting it. We're starting early. I really probably should have ate. I need to get back into the habit of eating. You know, if you act like your counterpart, you should leave pretty quick. This is ridiculous. This is so dumb. This is so dumb. This is... we're starting early. I hate these monsters. I hate them. That little hop should not count as an attack. Because they just like... What's it called in Smash? Where they do like a low air or something like that. Or they do a short hop into a air. I don't know what it's called, but... that's what they do. And it applies paralysis, which is just great. Taking less damage from the armor skin at the very least, by the help of the armor skin. Please leave. Yes. This needs to stop. I hate these monsters. I hate them so much. Please. Do your legs take less damage? I guess that would make some sense. That's so dumb. Are they? Okay, something's going on because they weren't that bad before. Those low hops were not paralyzing as much as they were, or as they were here. What is the deal? Stop. I love not being able to move because the monster blocks you. Oh, they're just so great. I've said this before, but there's something called a wall lock. I don't know what it entails. I've just heard of it. I assume it has you sticking his horns in a wall or something like that. Constantly over and over and like flinching. I don't know though. Yeah, it would be nice if your legs were a little bit weaker. That would help out a lot. Not that I'm gonna complain. At the very least, I'm not bouncing. Block that forever. Breathe. Can't block it if you just... Ooh, okay. I think I'm dead in all honesty. I need to... Nope. Okay, yep, I'm dead.
Can't do anything when you cover the area with AoE wind press.
And I actually blocked that one, as you saw. Well, you probably didn't see, but there was a tiny little sliver of stamina left over. I promise you, this is a good weapon for this fight. I just have to get back into the flow of it. You can get really quick times on mono blows. I say really quick, 10 minutes. Problem is, you multiply that by 3 and then multiply that by 2. That's 60 minutes, which, yeah. But I'm not using any items, so maybe possible, especially with a better weapon. And I have an attack talisman. That, of course, has to hit. Also just not hitting things very well. I'm not so sure about why this is dealing less damage. I thought he took the same amount. Guess I'm wrong though. Tail seems to be the best. This would be mono blows, but again, solo monster and all that fun stuff. Bedtime for that to happen. Yes, do the standing in place thing because you can't move when I tell you to. I'm very grumpy today, I guess. Again, granted, not a great story happened, but still. Very irritable. Why are there so many of them? There's only two. There's not so many. They just have more aggressive AI. Make sure I throw a paintball here. Didn't expect him to actually be out of the ground though. Hit the wings there. It's really finding that sweet spot where the attacks actually end up hitting. Okay, good. Noah's a little too off-center there in the tail sweep. Oh. Fine, you know what? Okay. Still under the opinion that should not hit. Whatever. I'm under the opinion that should not hit because half the time I try to block that and it just doesn't touch me, so the second one comes around and hits me. good damage for a particular reason. Other than it being hub ranked. Just don't move. I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe I'm just used to Greatsword's speed, the overwhelming speed that the Greatsword always has. Oh, yes, what a great knockdown. Oh, what a great knockdown. my lance discipline is lacking greatly. Please. He moves a lot, too. I don't know if he moves more than Mono, but still. Ain't bothering with this. I did paint him, right? Just gonna do it again. A little late, but we'll see if it works. The biggest advantage Lance is going to have is the war combo. So, Greatsword would have to lose some sharpness on that. Granted, it can still avoid it, but still just kind of annoying. Moving out of the way. Greatsword may be able to reach the tail. And if so, that makes it really good. I still cut. That doesn't really mean much. Tails come off pretty easily, as long as you focus them. Shows some progress is getting made at the very least. Oh, the Apteros are helping me. How cute. Not anymore. I actually forgot that you get extra defense at lower health. Doesn't really matter. Oh, it matters, but you don't really notice when it matters. Once you get past a certain point, though, it's not like it's giving you so much extra defense that it's multiplying your base defense. Or like a fraction. Tiny fraction. Well, great waste of a potion. Didn't need that, that's for sure. Oh, I'm at 81, so that would put me, what, at 111? Or sorry, 110. That could be useful. Especially at higher health, if it may be at a specific HP and not 50%, 30%. If it were, then yes, boosting your health is incredibly important. He is moving a lot. No, I say that. It's been 20 minutes, though. I mean, that's so awful. But I can't see. This is definitely not how I'm gonna have to play whenever I'm actually in the high rank version. Because this is taking 20 minutes. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna take greater than 20 minutes, but so far it's only taken 20 minutes. This particular quest will take 20 minutes. I'm overthinking my words. Yes, do a straight thrust while I hold backwards, because that's definitely what I inputted. Is my controller dying? It better not be. I'd assume the connection to the controller is probably gonna die first. Chalk it up more to user error than anything. Are his legs that bad of a hit zone? Stupid. That's also stupid. That would have killed me if I'd gotten up any faster. Camera tried to foil me. Bad camera. That was stupid. That is incredibly stupid. I'm gonna abandon. I can do that better. I'll try Greatsword since I haven't fought him with Greatsword before. Again, there's better ways to do that. I know. I'll need to learn it at some point. But I think Four Horns is also possible with Greatsword. But I'm a little ticked off at Lance for now, so. Go back to old reliable. Oh yeah, because you don't get to fight the thing again because we have too many things in the quest board. And you only get 5 of them at a time. I'm in full tilt mode right now. I'm not doing this quest. I'm gonna try to cycle for it again. Oh, there's Plesioth. Really don't quite understand why they opt to give you bombs all the time. Not even like actual bombs, but a small bomb, probably 2 of them. And then part of the materials for a large one. Very weird. Should have ate. Keep forgetting. It's hard to think about that because it's all the way back at base camp. Not base camp. House. Did he move already? I think he's here. He's gotta be. I made a really quick trip over. Yep, there he is. Plop. That's wonderful. That's also really wonderful. Why am I bouncing on the stomach? What am I bouncing on? I'm using a great sword, not an awful weapon. Is the hit zone already just that bad? No, it's not. Okay, once I cut the tail off, that will be easier to hit. Tried to get the wings there, didn't work. What? I thought I was hitting the wings for good damage. I guess not. It's gonna be a quick sharpen. What am I bouncing on? Genuinely. How much of the tail is hardened? Like chop right here in particular. Please, that's the one advantage I get. This is a stupid monster. Oh, it's so bad. Yes, let me make the little foot taps. Take 10% of your health. And an unavoidable attack that just sometimes has very high sharpness protection. Maybe have bait charges. Is that what I need to do? Calgon, you should not have guard protection anymore. So dumb. Why? Why do we have to deal damage while returning? Enough to knock me over. I don't care if you actually deal damage to me, but throwing off rhythm and locking me in your legs, that's a different kind of leg locking, I guess. The bigger hitboxes are nice, I will say. Bad bounce. Bad bounce into leg locking. Ah! I wanted to heal, but I also wanted to utilize that extra defense that I get. I wasn't even like stun locked there, other than the end lag on my attack. It was the bounce that ruined it. I say again, does Lance just have like weird protection? Or maybe that's its blunt attribute being utilized? Maybe. Needless to say, I need to eat. That's part of my problem. May leave immediately. Yep. Dunk this again. Cool. Immediately locked on. That shouldn't hit me, right? Now, still has the sharpness thing. That's wonderful. Great. Just great. Look what we can get. Can't see because of the giant carcass on the way. We're gonna block this. Use sharpness. That's okay. Never actually used a whetstone. I'm gonna get hit. Yeah, and I'm gonna not sharpen. Didn't even get me up to max. Oh well, at least I got the full use out of it, right? So dumb. So dumb. Block, please. Maybe if I kill you, one of them will be gone in the next time. I mean, at the very least, they do stay around for a somewhat long time. As opposed to the Ginprey, which just despawn almost immediately. Yeah, I think Lance a lot of times is just getting in more damage due to the fact that it can kind of just stay in between the legs and poke. As annoying as that may be. So dumb. Have a hitbox 2 feet back from where it actually is hitting. That goes through for whatever reason. Maybe it's at which point blade hits during the animation. It's the only thing I can think of. Didn't do that. I'm getting sloppy with bullets too. Not that I haven't already been. Gotta block this. Double block, interestingly enough, for getting leg comp. probably save to sharpen now. I think he's becoming my least favorite monster. Lazy Health, waste your time. This guy's just a jerk. Yes, because of course it happens to hit there as opposed to earlier. Sure, we'll go with that. Maybe sword and shield. Maybe sword and shield. Hold on. Let me think. It has a shield, so it can block the roar combo. It can get in and hit the legs. It's not going to hit the tail, but speed is the name of the game. However, short reach kind of stinks. We've got to aim for the back part of the tail. When I'm doing that little run maneuver. Well, okay, so I do get to avoid the trample damage, right, if I'm just like spinning and stuff. So maybe I need to use that to my advantage. Probably is. Can't really do that right here. I don't think that can bounce. That not have Manza. I don't see how it can with the bounce animation. Because you're gonna get the blade somehow behind whatever part you hit when it bounces. Missed it. Maybe it's the wingtips that I'm hitting that make me bounce. Getting multiple bounces for whatever reason. What? I have green! Is it really that timing based? That kind of stinks. Why hasn't any other monster played into that as much? If that's the case, I refuse to believe it. I don't know what it is, but it can't be that. Seems to be that though. I don't know why I tried to keep rolling that. No, it does bounce. That doesn't make any sense. A stun. We're good though. Okay. Why? Is it like the top of the tail? Is that it? Is it its own separate hitbox? I guess anything can be. Maybe why Lance is hitting it more consistently, because it has that weird piercing mechanic. At least I think it does. Gotta block this. Don't walk into that. You're doing silly things. Getting a little tired. I've been at this for an hour. It's not going fun. Let's just abandon. I don't think I'm getting enough damage off anyways. I am, obviously, to get it done in 50 minutes, but not for the carts that are happening. If he's available again, I probably need to try something else just as a palate cleanser. Okay, it's there again. I'll grab Lance. We'll try it again. But I'm gonna eat first. What was it? Let me see if I can remember. Oily raisins and corn, I think. Some combination of the two. Sounds like an awful meal, but 20 extra health. Let me go grab the nutrients. And honestly, at this point, I'll take out the sonic bombs. I can get more later. It's kind of the whole purpose of having them, is to use them when I need them. But once I get into high rank, I'm just going to go straight for the relic weapons. The lance, not really any others until I feel like I need them. Again, the simpler monsters like Kutku are going to be fine. The other monsters are going to be a bit more rough. Increases by 10, so I'll do 2 of these. Sure. Did it go through? No. Okay, I'll hold off. I'm not gonna bother with the sonic bombs here until I get to this area and clear out the Gimprey. It's more of a mid-ish game thing. I'd consider mid-game, I guess, after a lot of the smaller monsters are killed. Think of it this way. 3 pokes from shield is, I think, 60 motion value. Is it higher? I don't remember. I think it's 20. Which is 60 total. So that's a little bit more than a draw slash from Greatsword. And it's a lot safer relatively. Of course, I have to actually land the attacks, but that's what practice is for. I think he's leaving now. We're gonna assume you are. Yes. Good. Something stopped him. What stopped you? Did my leaving confuse you? He may be in that weird state. Never mind. Okay. Where was I off? Also, I can reorient these a little bit easier. Because after every thrust, I can do it, as opposed to the regular combo where... Hope you started it in a good spot, because that's where you're stuck until you evade out. That certainly should not hit me. I'm gonna like block from behind or something to block that. We're mid-game enough for these to actually start working. Yes, don't turn. It's just not turning. For whatever reason, we're not turning. I don't know why. Of course, you have to be over here for whatever reason. I don't know what alerted you. See, I get one of those a lot of the time. He is just faster. He moves faster. He moves more, from what I can tell, which is weird. I know that shouldn't be the case, but it feels like it is. Yeah, see, dude, I am holding back on the controller every single time. Why are you... I may need to recalibrate the control sticks or something, because sometimes I'll just medium thrust, I won't up thrust. There we go. Okay, it's the webbing. Yes, that's the good ism. You just happened to end up too close to him. Too bad. AoE for you. That's what I think about you. You know what? We leave. Reset that come back in and show them what for. What? Yeah, and that happens way too rapidly. The wind pressure when he's flying. Bird's eye view camera. Oh my goodness, stop it. I'm gonna need a hit for this. I don't care. Get rid of it. See, and here's the thing. I wouldn't have to hold block if he didn't have that stupid instant tackle. Because I could react to whatever he's doing. But half the time you just don't get to... Well, I mean, you do. He doesn't pull it out very often. But it's still incredibly annoying when it happens. Okay, I hate the turnaround. I'm just complaining about everything. Why do I have to stop sometimes? Sometimes it's incredibly smooth and it goes, and sometimes you just stop dead in your tracks because, I don't know, you're not facing the exact y-axis. Point. Paintball him. I'm gonna get hit by the tail attack though. No. And for whatever reason, you don't get to throw items during that time. Again, it just stops. I guess that's the interaction with the running away effect. Sometimes you just stop dead in your tracks for a very short period. I'm at that point where I'm skipping my words. Not that I don't always do. I skip the word and then I say the word in full, so it's very confusing. It's because your body must move me as well. It's so heartwarming. Blood boiling. Yes, because it doesn't affect you sometimes, I guess. He's not even enraged, so there was really no point for the fast one. I can't believe it. I enjoyed fighting Plesioth more than this monster. Again, the worst part about Plesioth was waiting. Once he was out of the water, you could handle him pretty well. This guy, well, you don't have to wait. Sometimes. You still have to wait a lot, and you just get comboed when you actually try to do anything. Plesioth was clear. Plesioth was simple. You could bait a lot of his attacks out. Not saying he's a good monster by any means, but this is ridiculous. Be right there. Alright, this is great angling. Maybe I'm turtling too much. Maybe I need to be a little lighter on my feet and try to evade lands and block whenever it's needed. I don't think I'm in the right mindset. I wish I could sit back and relax, but the sun is gonna be in my eyes if that's the case. Let's see, having cramp my hand over the controller. Keep doing that to myself. Maybe I should save the sonic bomb specifically for when he's enraged. Maybe that's smart. Look, I know I'm getting close whenever he starts permanent raging, but that hasn't happened yet. Throughout any of my attempts. This seems to feel a little bit better. Gotta block this. Okay, oh, soon. Seems to have degraded. Not sure what would cause that. Let me press. Don't be too fast, please. Thank you. It's not giving the same hit effects as before. As it stands right now, I can't even do 2 low rank ones. 2 high rank ones are gonna be fun. He can make his way over here. I don't have to play with the Apteros unless he decides he doesn't want to actually play. He does as soon as I take a bite. Get the block off anyways. Good job. He's limping! Which I kind of knew because he was getting enraged. Or he was staying enraged, so... Bad one press. Run and jump. Bad. Okay, we're good. I don't have to worry about the block shenanigans. Best to get him behind me, though. A little close, that's fine. I should be able to run and jump. Bad call. Alright, I'm gonna let him be for a minute. At the very least to maybe unenrage, calm down, and then I will grab some potions. Will sleeping provided super large advantage? Probably not. It's an extra potion one. Adds time, but at this point I don't care. I want it done. I think I've learned some things. I think. All it takes is walking in here and getting slapped around to realize I didn't actually learn anything at all. But for now, I feel pretty okay. I think if I had started with that strategy, this would have went quite a bit faster. I can use that hit to my advantage because it will give me a free combo. And hopefully lead into more combos. Okay, don't continue that combo. Thank you. I'm being too greedy for knockdowns. I need to take those when I get them, not try to force them. Not at this point in the fight. Maybe early on that's fine, but right now, just play safe. There we go. Okay. Alright, so note to self, Diablos is not a turtle monster as I thought Monoblos would be. Well, Monoblos is. But in this particular rank, it doesn't work out that well. So, instead, we're gonna play a little bit more footloose, I guess. And that seemed to work pretty well. Hit and run lance felt pretty fine. I've just never used it particularly well in that regard, so I had to learn real quick. And I didn't, you know, do well, but ideally that will unlock more lance playstyles in the future for me to take advantage of depending on the matchup. Yes, waste the potion because you hit the back pedal. Didn't die, which was nice. Giving me 5 of them. That's nice. Good extra bit of money. Wonder if anyone's in the lobby. Nope. Which makes me really wonder what kind of events unfolded to have 2 other quests being taken. If I had to guess, the one guy joined, I went on a quest, he went on a quest, and then someone else joined and went on a quest. Gotta remember, I don't need those anymore. Okay, Plesioth. Problem is, I don't have my Sonic Bombs anymore, and I don't have 40 minutes to waste on a Plesioth. Kutku sounds fine. I'm gonna actually... Ooh, this is kind of difficult because I don't want to leave myself. I guess it doesn't matter. I've been doing this for like an hour, right? Okay, I'm gonna go back to my room. I need to visit the restroom. So I would normally just pause and not do anything, but I don't want to... Like, it doesn't matter if I'm AFK. That's normal parts of the game for an online game like this. Either way, I will be right back. Okay, I am back. I don't really care about this for a Kutku, so no eating required. I could probably do Placey Health a little bit faster, but I'm gonna need to restock on Sonic Bombs at some point. Preferably I get like 10 stacks of them, not that I'd be able to hold it. Still. I need to remember to be gentle on the Kutku. I assume this is going to work very similarly to the village one, so... maybe? I was going to attack him until he enraged and kind of slow down, but... He should be able to escape in time. Again, he's got double HP. Hey there, buddy. You will leave when you're ready to die, right? I don't have to babysit you. Maybe a little bit, because if I don't ever let you move, that's a bit of a problem. I'm just thinking about how much easier it is to commentate Pokemon than it is this. Champions specifically, even regular Pokemon, you struggle to find what to say because... Oh, yes, I have a water type in front of the ground type. What move am I going to pick? Oh, it's the water type attack. It's a lot more easy to talk about what strategy, what thinking is going to happen, what happens in an online PvP match as opposed to Who knows what the AI is gonna pick? It may just pick a move that fails entirely. That's even if they get to move, and if they don't get to move, well... right in the back of the head. See, why can't they all be this easy and quick? Wait. These are free. Will it work? Will it work? It has to work. No, it didn't work. I may have to actually apply to, like with an actual monster. You know, it is interesting. If you're confident in your ability to hit those, you can just drink them twice before actually having to capture them. Like, I mean, put them to sleep twice with the trank bombs. Because I don't think the threshold increases. So, knock it out, place bombs, hit it. Knock it out, place bombs, hit it. Not important for Kutku, but maybe useful for later. Wake up hits aren't strengthened, I don't think, in this game, so it's not as important. Still. Samurai! Cool. Gotta get 5 more grand. Well, no, not really. Or the 400 something. Okay, all stuff that's gonna take like over 20 minutes probably. So I'll go ahead and call it here. Got 2 quests. 2 quests is the common number, I guess. That's fine. Diablos was a bit of a challenge, so now that I know how to fight him a little bit better, maybe the capture one will go better. Slowly chipping our way through the 3-star quests. Either way, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I will see you next time. Goodbye. Have a nice day.